Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Hello, happy Thursday po. Look, unang-una, apologies po. Late kami ngayon. Meron kaming technical issues. So, but that's resolved now. So, nakabalik nga kami. So, I'm so sorry. No, late kami. And we have such a big topic nga. But happy Thursday. And to you all, no, actually, no, this is the last Thursday. No, tama, last Thursday of September. Diba? So, next week, magkita tayo, October na. Wow! Ang bilis ng taon ngayon, ano? It's astonishingly fast and it's been such an eventful, sometimes not great events, no? Year 2022. But at least nga, unlike last year, yung COVID pa rin, ngayon, it's not, well, meron pa rin COVID. I don't think we'll ever lose it, but at least it's hopefully handled nga. So, yeah. So, happy last Thursday in September. And that means October, countdown to Christmas na, no? Ewan ko napunta na kayo, I think Tesco, no? Tesco. Nakalabas na yung Christmas decorations nila. It's astonishing. Still 8 weeks, but 8 weeks na nga lang, countdown to Christmas. So, hopefully, you're looking forward to it. No? But anyway, happy Thursday po sa inyong lahat. Now, a bit of bad news uli. And unfortunately, Sir Sonny can't join us today. So you have me and you have, of course, Paula. But otherwise, tayo nga lang. So hopefully you'll keep me company and that you'd be kind enough nga, no, to keep us company throughout that. Ang laking topic nga natin ngayon. And it's a very popular topic, no, carrying on nga from last week. So this time nga it's to do with divorce, marriage ending, and immigration, and that is a problem that is so common. So no, please do tune in. Anyway, Paula, meron ba tayong mga greeters? I hope so. I know. Hopefully they didn't go away during the time na nga that we were late. So hopefully we have some greeters. Nope. Dating out. So we do have some technical issues, unfortunately. So it's anyway. So Paula's putting all that together, no? So yung nga sabi ko kanina, ang topic po natin ngayon, and it's quite a big one, is marriage ending and immigration. If you tuned in last week, it was to do with marrying in the United Kingdom. So this kind of follows through nga. But this is the more problematic side, because of course marrying in the United Kingdom, actually marrying anywhere is a happy event. But divorce, annulment, ng ganoon, those are of course more difficult issues. Hindi nga lang masakit, no? Personally masakit nga sa inyo, but also it can bring about a lot of immigration concerns. So yung titingnan nga natin. And to make it a bit more practical, ang gagawin natin, titingnan po natin mga example, mga scenarios nga. And there are about 4 or 5 scenarios na titingnan natin, so that we can apply, if you like, the law to the facts, no? So and these are very common scenarios nga na makikita natin. So it should hopefully be quite an interest topic nga for everyone. But so hopefully hindi kayo nasawang mag-intay, no? And that you're able to that you stuck around waiting for us. I mean, I was actually chomping at bits, but wala tayong magagawa. It's technical issues, no? So it's but the good thing is Paula was able to fix the problems, no? And we're back on. So there you go. Oh, Oliver! Oh, you're such a good man for sticking with us and greeting us. So sabi po, galing po to, of course, kay Oliver, our friend from across the pond in the US nga. A great Thursday to all, sabi niya, in our virtual social bubble. Good evening, Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, and Direct Pao. Unfortunately, Oliver, wala si Sonny nga ngayon. But I'll try and fill his big shoes nga, and hopefully you stay and keep me company. Hello, Oliver. Hopefully you're okay and the family, Oh, Miss Paner, the lovely Miss Paner. Yeah. Hello po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po and stay safe always. God bless us po. God bless, Miss Paner. Hopefully you're okay. Yeah? And yung nga sabi ko kanina, last Thursday natin. So that means that it's about 8 weeks. About 8 weeks before tama ba yan? No, it can't be. No, ba? Hindi naman 8 weeks. Nakalimutan ko, of course, the whole of October and then the whole of November and part of December. So you're probably looking at mga 11 weeks. I don't think it's quite 12 weeks before Christmas. I think I get a bit too excited about Christmas. Hi, Miss Panea. Si Edgardo. Hi, Edgardo. Edgardo Enriquez. Cold Thursday to Mr. Laragan, Attorney Lira, Direct Pao, and the viewers. Earlier, Northern Line is not that busy going more than looking forward to lots of learning today. Thanks. Thank you for tuning in, no, Edgardo. Yung nga, it's a bit cold nga today. Oh, it's got colder, no? I must admit ako, I've taken out my jackets. Well, actually, I put away my jackets and I've taken out my coats. Ewan ko sa inyo. So hopefully you're not too cold at the moment, Edgardo. Keep warm, no? It's gonna get colder. Ma'am Cora Carsola. Si Ma'am Cora Carsola, the lovely Miss Carsola nga. Hello, Sir Sonia, Attorney Lira, and all. I'm now back from Pinas. Miss you all. Oh, Ma'am Cora, oh, we're so pleased to have you back. Did you have a good time? No? Ewan ko, ate may bagyo sa atin kanina, last week pa may bagyo sa atin. So anyway, good to have you back, madam. Hopefully meron kang time magpahinga because I must say jet lag sa akin is an absolute killer, no? Some people wala nga silang problema jet lag. Actually, Ma'am Cora, do you suffer from jet lag? No, it's but hopefully not. Then it takes me about 2 weeks at least to get over jet lag. But great to have you back, Ma'am Cora. So, the talented Edgar Duway, no? Good evening, attorney, astonishingly, I love this man, and sexy golden voice of media, Sonny L. Sorry, Edgar, wala nga si Sonny ngayon, unfortunately. Totally, na magaling ka na ba? Yeah, I think actually ngayon, he had an appointment nga, but hopefully he'll be back next week. And I hope nga he's recovered. And to the lovely multi-medalist, cum laude, Pau, tama ka. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Tandaan, don't overestimate your problem and underestimate your capability to solve the problem. He is so wise. I know. I tell you what, Edgar. I've been telling people your phrase about the queen, no? Yung sabi mo, God have the queen, because I think it's so clever, no? But yeah, so tama ka. Don't overestimate your problem and underestimate nga. Galing po to kay Corazon Joffley. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday, Corazon. Are you well? And where are you? Oh, you're watching us from YouTube. Oh, that's kind of you. That's great. Now, saan ka nanonood? Nasaan ka ngayon? Hopefully somewhere warm. Nasa loob, hopefully. Oh, the Team Libroho, our friends from Northern Ireland. So, Happy Cold Thursday. Tama ka, Rudy. Elegant and lovely, Attorney Lira. Sir Sonny. So sorry, Rudy. Wala ka si Sir Sonny ngayon. We hope you feel better now. Yeah, he has an appointment, so hopefully he feels better. Sir Super, tama ka, Super Edgar, lovely cum laude, Direct Paula, and all happy viewers. God bless us all, Team Libroho. How are you, sir? Hopefully hindi ka, siguro umuulan sa Ireland ngayon, no? I mean, I think umuulan kaunti nga ngayon, but hopefully hindi ka malamig sa inyo. But keep warm, keep safe. Oh, Lizzie Hobbs. Oh, nice to hear from you, Miss Hobbs. Lizzie Hobbs, sabi niya, happy Thursday po sa lahat. Hi, Miss Hobbs. Nice to hear from you. Are you well? Hopefully you are, and you're keeping safe, no? It's a bit, it's been a strange week nga ngayon, no? Well, it's been a strange month because, of course, we lost the Queen, no? We lost a Prime Minister. Gained another prime minister. Tapos nga ngayon, there have been issues with, unfortunately, with interest rates nga. So it's been a really strange and I must say well, generally unpleasant, to put it mildly, September. So it would be nice to get over September and carry on to October. Hopefully that will be better, you know. But tingnan natin. I hope so. But the good news is, nandito nga kami, and I am so looking forward to chatting to you all and actually, discussing nga nitong topic natin. Oh, Gigi! Hi, Gigi! Gigi Elamparo. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. Sorry, Gigi, wala si Sonny ngayon. Also, Direct Pao. Happy Thursday, all viewers. Hi, Gigi. Hope you're keeping well, and thank you for tuning in. Si Gigi is, of course, a regular nga natin. Oh, I love the picture. Corazon Joffrey or Joffrey Corazon, no? Watching nasa rugby in work siya, Attorney. Oh, wow. I hope you're okay, no? At Warwickshire is a beautiful, beautiful county. No, it's a lovely, lovely place. I'm jealous, no? I'm so jealous. So hopefully the weather's okay too at the moment. But thank you for tuning in, no? So, ewan ko, meron pa ba tayong mga greetings? Okay. So, yun na daw. For the moment, yung pang greetings natin. Now, so, ang pag-uusapan po natin nga ngayon, ang malaking topic nga natin, marriage ending and immigration. So, nandito nga kayo. Unfortunately, you're going through the difficult problem of a marriage ending. So, pero iba, so anong mangyayari sa immigration nyo? Let's say, no? So, the immigration aspect of a marriage ending nga. Yung pong pag-uusapan natin ngayon, malaki nga ang topic. So, ang gagawin ko, titingnan nga natin mga different examples, no? So, and then we'll look at it, we'll study it, tapos we will then see about what can you do nga if the marriage ends, no? And we also have actually quite a few interesting questions nga. So, I think it's before we launch into that, because it's as I say, it's quite a big topic. It may be an idea, Paula, to go into the break, but huwag kayong aalis. Come back, please, to see me and join me, and let's discuss this wonderful, big topic.
Mula doon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid, 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Happy Thursday po. Welcome back. It's last Thursday of September and I'm so pleased to be with you. Ang problema nga lang po ngayon, wala si Sonny. So he has an appointment, can't join us today. So anyway, so we do miss him. So hopefully nga next week kasama natin siya, no? But in the meantime, I hope that I can fill his very big shoes, no? Ako at saka si Paula, of course. And my apologies, no, from earlier on. We were a little bit late because of technical problems, but you have us back and you have our undivided attention nga. And malaki nga ang topic natin nga ngayon, and we have lots of interesting questions. So anyway, without further ado, let's launch into our topic. So, Paula, ang topic nga natin ito po, no? Marriage ends and immigration. Now, last week, ang pinag-usapan po natin, kung nandito nga kayo, gusto niyong magpakasal, pwede ba? Pwede ba, no? So, that is what we discussed nga, and kung anong proseso, kung anong kailangan niyong gawin. So, but carrying on from that topic, and the more unpleasant side nga, of course, is, anong pwede niyong gawin kung nandito nga kayo, o indeed kung nandun nga kayo sa Pilipinas nga ngayon, and kasal kayo, but that marriage is ending, no? So most of the time, pagka yung nga mangyayari o nangyari nga, you're talking about divorce o kaya annulment or judicial separation. Now, ang laki ng topic nito, so I think probably the best way to do it, to make it a practical, no, yung session nga natin, is tingnan natin yung different examples, no? And if you have obviously any questions nga after, then just email us and I'm happy to deal with it. So, ihanda nyo ng questions nyo nga ngayon kung ano man. I know we already have about 4 or 5 questions galing sa mga viewers natin. So, I will certainly deal with those. Pero kung meron pa kang questions, huwag kayo mahiya. Mag-email kayo and we'll try our best to deal with it. So, unang-una po, yeah. Marriage ends and immigration. Example number 1, no? So, sabihin natin, nandito na nga kayo. Okay? Kasal kayo sa atin, pero gusto nyo magpasal nga dito. Dahil wala na yung relationship nyo nga sa atin. So, sabihin natin, sometimes mga tao nga, matagal na silang hiwalay. Certainly, sometimes also, nung batang-bata pa sila, nung kinasal nga sila, and then, naghiwalay nga sila, hindi na sila nakikita, so pumasok dito yung isang tao, yung applicant nga, and dito, meron silang nakilala, no? And you want to then marry in the United Kingdom. Now, pwede ba? No? So, the good news is, little bit of good news is, regardless of kung ano man immigration status nyo, so sabihin natin, British na kayo, no? So, kasal kayo sa atin, pero nandito kayo, either British na kayo o indefinite leave na kayo, settlement status is the same thing, limited leave, so nandito kayo, sabihin natin, on a work visa, no? O indeed, kahit overstayer na nga kayo, so wala nga kayong visa dito, no? So, can you petition for a divorce? So, to end the marriage. Dahil nga sa atin, walang divorce, no? So, kung gusto niyo tapusin nga yung kasal niyo sa atin, then the thing you need to do kung dito kayo magpipetition is petition for a divorce. Now, the good news is, regardless of yung status nyo, as long as you can show na ang tawag nga nila dito, habitually resident in the United Kingdom. Habitually resident. So, ibig sabihin dito na kayo nakatira. You treat the United Kingdom as your home. And usually, you will also require na 12 months nga kayo, isang taong kayo nga dito. And of course, hindi kayo visit visa. Kung visit visa nga kayo, nandito kayo, then you would only be here for 6 months anyway, maximum, no? So, kung sabihin natin, nandito kayo, and you have habitual residence in the United Kingdom, the court dito, yung korte nga dito, pwede nilang tingnan yung petition nyo for a divorce. Okay? Which is good news, of course. So, hindi nyo kailangang umuwi nga sa atin. Now, but most of you will also know, sa atin wala ngang divorce. So, let's also tackle that. Pero kung nandito kayo kakasal, you want to be rid of the first marriage nga sa Pilipinas, can you divorce? The answer is you can divorce. And, ang maganda nga, kahit kinasal nga kayo sa atin, dahil nandito na nga kayo, you're habitually resident, the court here, yung UK, will likely have jurisdiction ang tawag nga nila. That means that meron silang, pwede nilang tingnan yung marriage nyo. So kung nandito kayo, as I say, you married in the Philippines, nandito kayo, you wish to remarry in the UK, you can petition for divorce. Kung kahit nga nung status nyo, as long as you have been in the United Kingdom more than 12 months nga. So, example 1, that's actually the most common example. Now, example 2, sabihin natin, you got, nanggaling kayo sa Pilipinas, nandito na kayo, but you got an annulment sa Pilipinas, no? Dahil walang divorce sa atin. But there's such a thing as annulment. Problema nga lang, ang ibig sabihin ng annulment, yung kasal nyo, it's treated as if it's never taken place because it is annulled, no? So it had no bearing, no? So yung nga, dahil they say because you had no mental capacity, yung asawa nyo, no mental capacity. Pero kung tapos na yung annulment, and you have the certificate of finality, yung annulment nga, gusto nyo magpakasal dito, pwede po, because the annulment document will be recognized by the UK, no, by the laws in the United Kingdom. Dahil makikita nga nila that it followed, as long as it followed the proper process nga sa atin. So kung recognize yun sa atin, dito sa UK, it would also be recognized. So kung gusto nyo ikasal nga dito, pwede. Because that relationship, that marriage is ended. It's finished. Well, actually, it's treated as if it's never taken place because it is annulled. So yun ang scenario number 2, kung meron nga kayong annulment. So, pagka kinasal nga kayo dito, the second marriage, of course, would be perfectly valid. The good thing with that, kung ganun nga, na-annul nga sa Pilipinas, tapos dito kayo magpakasal, sabihin natin, yung pangalawang kasal, of course, it would be recognized here. But also, it would be recognized in the Philippines. No? Dahil meron kayong annulment and therefore, you are treated as if you're single nga, no, sa atin. So, the relationship here, the marriage here will be recognized nga in the Philippines. Okay? So, yun po kung annulment nga. Now, scenario number 3, so example number 3, and this again is a fairly common one, no? So, kinasal kayo sa atin, kinasal kayo sa Pilipinas, no? Tapos, nandito na kayo, no? Magkasama nga kayong mag-asawa nga pumasok dito, yung nga lang nandito na kayo, and then things did not work out, and these things nga happen, it doesn't have to be the fault of anyone, pero nandito na nga kayo. Now, so, kinasal kayo sa atin, nandito na kayong pareho, and you have both limited leave to remain or indeed indefinite leave to remain. So, may visa kayo, sabihin natin, on the basis of work, o kahit indefinite na kayo, o kahit British na nga kayo. Kahit kinasal kayo sa atin, no? Dahil dito na nga kayo nakatira, this is now either your domicile or habitual resident is the United Kingdom na. Ibig sabihin, pwede kayong mag-divorce nga dito. Okay? And that divorce would be valid in the United Kingdom, of course, and actually everywhere else apart from the Philippines. Dahil nga sa atin, walang divorce. So there will be a kind of clash of jurisdiction. Now, kung British na nga kayo, there's also the possibility of applying for recognition of a foreign decree. But at the moment, but let's say you don't do that, pwede pa rin kayong mag-divorce nga dito, pwede din kayong magpakasal separately, of course, dito nga. Ang kailangan nyo nga lang, kung ang intention nyo nga ay gusto nyo mag-divorce nga dito, kailangan yung marriage contract nyo. Okay? Yung marriage contract nyo, makukuha nyo yun sa the NSO ang tawag dati. Ngayon, PSA na, no? Philippine Statistics Authority. So, kailangan yung yellow ang kulay, no? You would need that. Kailangan nyo ng korte. Dahil kailangan nyo makita that the marriage at the time sa Pilipinas was valid. Now, nagbago nga ang batas and in April, and now there's no blame ground anymore. But, so, pagka magpipetition kayo, even though ang immigration status nyo nga lang limited leave, kung dito na kayo nakatira, pwede pa rin po. Ang pagbayad sa korte, £593. Okay? And it's something also you can do online. But the court will have jurisdiction kahit nga limited visa nga lang kayo. Sabihin natin, nandito kayo pareho, dumating kayo dito on a work visa. No? Yung nga lang, ingat kayo. Dahil kung isa nga lang pumasok dito, tapos work visa, yung main applicant. Pero yung yung sinama, yung asawa dito, dependent. Kung magdi-divorce nga kayo dito, hiwalay na kayo, magdi-divorce nga kayo dito, ibig sabihin, yung dependent, magkakaproblema yung visa niya. Dahil of course, dependent siya nung sponsor. Kung hindi na nga kayo kasal o naghiwalay na nga kayo, hindi na nga kayo dependent. So, ingat po kung yun ang status nyo. Okay? Now, another actually increasingly common scenario is hindi nga kayo kasal sa atin. So sabihin natin, nandun kayo pareho sa Pilipinas, no? Tapos nagsasama kayo sa atin, matagal na kayo nagsasama nga sa atin. Now, unang-una, kahit hindi nga kayo kasal, sabihin natin papasok kayo dito with a work visa, ha? Now, kahit hindi nga kayo kasal sa atin, dahil one of you is married to someone else, or both of you are married to someone else, then pwede pa rin kayong pumasok dito as a dependent, no? Interestingly, dahil nga you have been living together a minimum of 2 years and you are in a relationship, ang tawag nila akin to marriage. So, para bang kasal kayo, yung nga lang, of course, hindi kayo kasal dahil hindi kayo pwedeng ikasal. But you can still join your partner nga dito, no? Yung sponsor nyo nga, where you can come in together because of course you are living together in a relationship akin to marriage ang tawag, no? Which of course is good. So you would be able to come into the country. So it's an alternative nga to marriage. Ang bisang bibigay sa inyo, kung ganun status nyo, is exactly the same actually sa marriage. So a marriage visa would give you 2.5 years usually, no? 30 to 33 months. Yung habitation visa, kung hindi nga kayo kasal sa atin, dahil hindi kayo pwedeng magpakasal, dahil kasal kayo sa iba, is still it can still be, it would be the same, 2.5 years. Ang kailangan nyo pakita, yung din. So kailangan nyo pakita nga that the relationship is genuine. For example, kung limited visa nga kayo, kailangan nyo pakita na talagang 2 taon na nga kayo. Kung may anak nga kayo, then of course that helps to show genuineness ng our relationship. So you would then be the dependent of someone who is a skilled, who has a visa under, ang tawag nga dito, skilled worker route. In the olden days, work permit. And then later on, tawag nga tier 2. So all of that is under what's called the points-based system, but it would be under the skilled worker route. So pwede pa nga rin. Which is good news, of course, kung hindi nga kayo pwedeng ikasal, dahil kasal nga kayo. Now, pagka nandito na kayo, sabihin natin nandito kayo, kinuha kayo ng asawa nyo, British sila, o indefinite nga sila dito, nandito kayo, dumating kayo dito, everything is hunky-dory in the beginning, but nagka-problema nga. No? Now, kung indefinite na nga indefinite yung asawa nyo, o kaya British passport holder, so settled in the United Kingdom, then there's a possibility of still staying kahit wala na nga kayo, naghiwalay nga kayo, under what's called the domestic violence group. But of course, ibig sabihin, domestic violence is exactly that, no? So, kung binubugbog nga kayo, o kung kahit hindi nga kayo binubugbog, they are coercing you, threatening you, ganoon. But beware ha, kailangan nyo nga ng ebidensya, hindi lang basta-basta, no? Sasabihin nyo. So, kung nangyayari nga yun sa inyo, then you should anyway, kung sinasaktan nga kayo o because of the treatment nga, their mental health issues, you must see your doctor, no? So, unang-una, kailangan yun potentially help. And also, of course, ebidensya nga din yun, no? And okay matakot na magsumbong sa police, no? Especially kung ginugupi nga kayo, no, coercive behavior, ganoon, then you should really report also the matter to the police. And again, it's evidence also of the way you've been treated. So potentially domestic violence route. Problema nga yun kung hindi nga sila indefinite dito, hindi sila settled status nga dito yung asawa nyo, yung partner nyo nga dito. So if you have limited leave to remain, sabihin natin dumating kayo dito, ang sponsor nyo yung asawa nyo, pero nga ang nangyari the relationship broke down. Pero siya work holder pa rin nga siya, kayo dependent nga kayo niya, no? So the domestic violence route will likely not help. It may be a factor to take into account. Especially kung may mga bata nga dito. But what you could also do, kung spouse visa nga kayo dito, then you could potentially look at other things like, say, to make an application on the basis of employment, no? So at the moment nga, you will be aware, no, that there's such a thing as care visa, which is under the shortage occupation list. And yung care visa, isang taon po yun. So it was introduced in February 2022. At the moment matatapos in February 2023. Hopefully, they will extend that type of visa, pero hindi po sigurado. So kung may balak nga kayong pumasok nga dito as a carer, then you should really see about looking at that application. Now, unang-una kailangan yung trabaho. Now, kung nandito na nga kayo, kailangan nyo nga lang palitan yung visa nyo dahil your marriage ended, the relationship ended. Then again, you can look at the possibility of say on the basis of employment, no? But hindi nga lang po yung basta-basta. So you should look at it. If the idea is you want to look at it, then you should look at it certainly now, no? Because February is not far away, no? Actually, Christmas is not far away, yung nasasabi natin kanina. So, it's, so a marriage ending, kung meron kayong immigration background nga, does not mean na wala na kayong magagawa, no? And most of the time, there is something you can do about it. Ang payo ko, bago kayo magdesisyon, so sometimes I come across people nga na mag-decision na silang babalik. And sometimes, they actually only make contact with me pagka nakabalik na nga sila. Bago nyo gagawin yun. So, kung magka-problema nga kayo, or you think that there are issues now, and it could be na mawawala, you will separate, maghihiwalay nga kayo, seek advice, no? Because it could be that there's things na magagawa nyo nga in order to head off any immigration problems, okay? But the good news is, in the main, no, kahit nga kasal kayo sa atin, wala na nga lang kayo, nandito kayo, meron kayong makilala nga dito, o dito kayo kasal, yung nga lang you can't go ahead, you can't proceed with your relationship, you don't like each other anymore, for example, o kaya isa nga lang nandito, yung isa nasa Pilipinas. For the most part, no, you can petition nga for divorce. Yung nga lang po, as I've said before, hindi po yun valid generally, no, sa Pilipinas. So, ibig sabihin sa Pilipinas, kailangan nyo pa rin annulment, no? But the divorce in the United Kingdom, valid po yun dito, and actually valid in all countries apart really from the Philippines and also the Vatican, no? So, it's not that you can't do anything about it. So, you don't certainly have to suffer in silence, for example, no? There's something you can do about it, but take advice, no? It's a big topic. It's actually more complex than that. I've just kind of I thought it would be better nga kung titingnan nga natin applying the law to the facts. But there are many more scenarios that I've come across certainly in the past. But one thing you could do, especially dahil nga, it's only not just the marriage ending. Of course, there's the issue of money, mga bata, divorce, but on top of that, yung immigration. And of course, importante po yung immigration because immigration means nandito nga kayo. Immigration ending could mean kailangan yung bumalik, or immigration ending could mean hindi na kayo makapunta nga dito. So, seek advice. You should really do that before you make any and any major decision, especially kung ang balak nyo nga ay uuwi kayo. So hopefully that is of use to you, no? Kung meron kayong questions nga dun sa topic natin ngayon, feel free to email me now o kaya email me. I'll give you my email address nga later on sa opisina. So you can make contact now with me. So it's I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. It's a big topic. So I hope that was fairly helpful nga. And Paula, I think we have lots of questions, no? So shall we tackle nga mga questions? What do you think? Okay. So galing po to kay Jam S. Magandang araw, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Gusto ko pa lang, sorry, biglang nawala. Balik tayo. Ayan, sorry, Jam. So ito po. So, magandang araw, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Gusto ko pa lang itong itanong regarding my application sa anak ko as child dependent. Okay. So, for biometrics na po, ng 16-year-old son ko, nag-i-interview po ba sila sa VFS Manila? Wala po kasi ang father's name niya sa birth certificate. Baka biglang tanungin siya about sa tatay niya, which is never naman nagsusupport. Hope to get some advice. Thank you. Question po yung galing kay Jam. Great question, Jam. Itong sagot. Okay? So, unang-una po, yung VFS Manila, hindi po sila British Embassy, no? They are the courier arm really of the Home Office of the British Embassy. So basically, ang mangyayari, ibibigay nga lang yung mga dokumento sa kanila, no? So yung passport, for example. So they should not actually interview yung anak mo. They may ask some questions nga about the document kung may kulang. So kung wala dong passport niya, for example, sasabihin nila, nasan ang passport mo? Kung wala dong birth certificate, sasabihin nila, nasan birth certificate mo? Huwag kang mag-alala kahit wala nga yung pangalan ng ama niya sa birth certificate mo. Dahil nga that should not affect in fact the application. Dahil kung nakakuha nga siya ng passport, di ibig sabihin yung the passport office nga sa atin was satisfied that he should be granted a passport nga. And it actually weirdly helps in a way dahil kung hindi nga wala yung pangalan ng tatay niya sa birth certificate, then tapos hindi naman nagsusupport yung tatay, hindi naman sila nagkikita, then mas magandang kaso mo na ikaw you have what's called sole responsibility sa bata. So kung indefinite ka na dito, papasok nga siya as your dependent, importante nga yung sole responsibility. Hindi mo kailangang permiso galing sa tatay niya. Kung wala dong pangalan niya sa birth certificate ng bata, hindi nga din yung problema. Pero siguraduhin mo na sa kanyang passport niya. And as I say, yung BFS, hindi sila nag-i-interview. The interview sometimes nga can happen by telephone, pero hindi po yung BFS. So yung home office ang tatawag nga sa bata. But hindi siya ko-questioning just because nga wala yung pangalan ng tatay niya nga doon, no? But if he's questioned, hindi nga din problema. Ang payo ko nga lang, especially mga bata, nininervyos nga sila. Kung di pagka tinawagan sila, usually may appointment naman. Sasabihin nila, okay, we're going to call at 4 o'clock tomorrow or the day after. Siguraduhin nyo nga lang na pagka tumawag nga sila that he's in a quiet place, naririnig niya maigi. And kung bigla siyang tawagan, wala namang appointment, no? Then maybe just say, look, can I just find a quiet place, ha? Then importante po marinig niya, no? Pero huwag kang mag-alala kung wala dong pangalan ng ama niya. Importante nga, pampakita mo din na you have sole responsibility sa bata. So, hopefully, he's here soon. And before Christmas, Jam, no? Keep us informed. Okay, galing po to kay Joy Dowd, no? Hi, ma'am. Good evening. I'm just arrived here in the UK. I'm more than 1 month. I came from Cyprus with Cyprus nationality. I wondered, okay, so Cypriot ka, no? I wondered, ma'am, what kind of visa do I need to apply here in the UK? I'm married with British man with 2 children. Hope you can advise, ma'am. Thank you. Joy, okay. Well, welcome to the United Kingdom. I hope you're enjoying, no? One month. It's probably a bit different than weather-wise. May init nga sa Cyprus. Now, You can certainly apply to remain in the for a visa under the immigration rules, Joy, no? Dahil wala naman, we Brexited, unfortunately. So, now, that may not even be an issue for you. Dahil nga, you're married to British citizen, you have 2 children, so you can make an application under the immigration rules as a spouse, no? So, kailangan lang pakita nyo that yung husband mo, meron siyang income niya is no less than 18,600, and the children, I assume, are British anyway, so you don't need to add to your income, to his income nga, may accommodation, mga ganon. So, unang-una nga, immigration rules. Now, it could even be, no, that under the old, the provisions within the EU settlement scheme, but now, of course, all incorporated immigration rules. It could even be that you can make an application potentially nga under that because you had a relationship that existed, I assume, prior to 30th of December 2020. But that's a bit more complex. But the good news is you do have the possibilities, Joy, you know. Ingat ka nga lang, if you're making an application under the immigration rules, ang bagal nila ngayon. Now, check if you can, no, because Cyprus may have this on offer. There's something called priority service, no. So, ibig sabihin, mas mabilis. So, magpapasok ng application, it could be that they can deal with it within 1 month. Some places, some VFS offer this, but a lot do not. For example, US in Houston, they've suspended it. Dahil busy nga sila. But check it out because it could mean that you wait 1 month rather than months later. You're looking at potentially, minimum 3 months, more likely 6 months. So the good news is you can, Joy. If you want me to just send you nga the link, no, to this appendix, email me. Tapos papadala ko sa yung link. Okay, so question po ito galing kay Rachel Minosa sa Lubod. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. May tanong lang po ako. Yung 18 years old ko po na literally in few days time, so mag-18 na yung anak niya, no? Pwede po bang mag-apply ng British citizenship as a child? Thank you po. Oh, Rachel, yes, yeah. So kung hindi pa siya 18, so sabihin natin magi-18 siya nitong linggo, no? So, ano tayo ngayon? Huwebes, of course, happy Thursday, no? Huwebes tayo ngayon, no? Huwebes tayo ngayon. Gusto niyo magpasok ng application bukas. Under 18 pangalan pa rin siya. Do it. That's fine. You can do it. So, the 18 starts from the date nga of application. So, kung sa linggo pa siya magiging 18, if you make an application sa Lunes, then of course, 18 na yung bata. And it's a different process, as you know. And on top of that, there's of course the English language that if you're making an application for naturalization, no, leading to British passport, that's quite different, of course, from a registration kung bata, kung under 18 nga siya, no? No, pagka 18 na, so those people under between the ages of 18 and 65, so unless there's some medical reason, usually why they can't take up a test, then kailangan nila hindi nga lang po English language, which is the B1. In his case, it's probably not a problem kung dito nga siya nag-aral. If he did GCSE in English also, it's probably not an issue. But the life in the UK test, no? Life in the UK test, I think at the moment, ang bayad is something like £250. But it's not an easy test to pass. So, Rachel, kung ako ikaw, kung hindi pa nga 18 yung bata, do it now, no? Even though it's only literally a few days. Just pay attention to the application na ayun yung mangyari, ipasok nyo and then it's rejected because you forgot to tick some box. So look at it again, bago nyo i-submit. But submit it before he is 18. And keep us informed. Okay, another question po galing kay Alexis Webb. Oh, lovely name, Alexis Webb. So, hello, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Hope you can give me some advice. Nasa Croatia po ako ngayon. And nagwo-work ako sa factory. Gusto ko po mag-migrate sa UK. Ano po bang unang step na kailangan kong gawin? Salamat po and God bless. God bless, Alexis. Now, kung ang balak mo, gusto mo matagal nga dito magtatrabaho, wala ka namang, so hindi ka kasama dito, you don't have family in the United Kingdom necessarily. So the thing for you to look at is really the skilled worker route ang pangalan, Alexis. Skilled worker route, okay? Ang dati, ang tawag po doon work permit. And then later on, they changed it to Tier 2. Ngayon, ang tawag na po skilled worker route. Now, may mga trabaho doon na under the shortage occupation route. So, for example, carers, senior carers, nurses, mga ganon. But kung hindi nga yung qualification mo, you can still potentially make an application to come in under the skilled worker route. Pero unang-una, yung question mo, ano bang unang step? Trabaho, Alexis. Okay? Now, kung maghahanap ka ng trabaho, mapasukan mo nga dito on the basis of the skilled worker route, ang kailangan mong employer may lisensya. So, it's called a sponsorship license. So, unang kailangan mo gawin, Alexis, is you need to find a job, pero yung trabaho nga, meron silang lisensya. Have a look at the internet, or have a look at the yung mga websites ng mga employer. Now kung kung meron silang lisensya, great. Kung hindi ka sigurado, o sabihin na may lisensya kami, but you want to check it on the Home Office website. And again, you can email me, Alexis. I can send you nga the link. But on the Home Office website, nandun lista ng mga employer na may lisensya. Okay? Ang dami nga, and sometimes there are what's called umbrella employers. So ibig sabihin, there are actually quite a few companies under that one license. So sa'yo, the quick answer is trabaho. Yun ang una mong kailangan kunin. Oh, okay. Edgardo, the very clever Mr. Enriquez. So, hi, Attorney Lira. Question, but a different topic of immigration. Currently, there's a shortage of nanny for children with disabilities. The agencies for nanny can't provide. Is it allowed to sponsor a nanny coming from the Philippines for a British family? Oh, Edgardo, I tell you what, this is a question quite close to my heart. So I'm so pleased now. No, you asked the question. Unfortunately, the quick answer is no. At the moment, there isn't direct sponsorship, no? Dahil nga, nannies come under the domestic worker route. It doesn't matter nga yung kung yung bata nga, yung aalaga nga niya dito has disabilities. It just doesn't, unfortunately, work. So unang-una, yung employer would need a license. So they have to be sponsored. They have to have what's called the sponsorship license nga, which probably is unlikely kung if it's a person making an application. So having said that, kung there are agencies nga that provide carers, no? Yung nga lang, you're not then working for just one family. But if you're thinking nga, isang pamilya nga lang papasok dito to work for a British family, hindi po pwede dahil nga it then comes under the domestic worker route, and that's outside the issue of skilled worker route. But I think it is something really na kailangan nilang tingnan uli. It's just because there's definitely, tama ka, there's definitely a shortage of that skill set, those skill sets of people not coming into the United Kingdom. But at the moment, we are faced with the situation where domestic work and nannies would come under that. Domestic workers cannot be sponsored directly into the United Kingdom. Hopefully, magbabago nga, but at the moment, yun po eh. So, wow, ang dami nating questions, which is great, no? Galing po to kay Sonia L. So, Sonia, ang question po niya, hello, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Nagbabalak po akong dalhin dito sa UK yung mga apo ko sa May 2023. Ang tanong ko po is this, pwede po bang mag-apply ng visitor visa ngayon o sa na lang po malapit sa time na dadaling ko sila dito? Maraming salamat po. Okay, Sonia, great question. The rules, so guidance say, a standard visitor visa, kailangan nyo magpasok ng application. So that would be 6 months. The earliest you can apply would be 3 months before travel. So kung mayong balak niyo, then going back 3 months, that would be, I suppose, February, February, March, April, May. So you're looking at February 2023. So the guidance say earliest would be 3 months before. So hopefully you can bring them, and then they have a great time. But again, keep us informed, Sonia, But yeah, so it's 3 months before. So you're looking at February po. Yon. So hopefully that was helpful. Okay. Oh, Oliver. Wow. Okay. That's thank you for asking the question, Oliver. So my questions are a bit off topic, but otherwise about immigration nonetheless. Our family is now on a crossroad. Okay. We're British citizens, but have been a resident of the US for 6 years. Wow. Okay. And are now considering applying for American citizenship. Our dilemma that we're not sure if we're going to be liable to pay tax to both HMRC and IRS, so double taxation. I guess our basic questions are: one, does Great Britain acknowledge dual citizenship? Yeah. Two, does Great Britain have or share a tax treaty with the US of A? And three, is it worth it having dual citizenship? Now, great question. As usual, Oliver. Unang-una, does Great Britain allow dual citizenship? Absolutely, Oliver. And actually, I have a number of friends who are both, So British and also US. Now, it's more the US you need to be careful about, Because I think the US, I'm not nowhere near an expert in US immigration law, but I think the US have issues with triple nationality. Now, I mentioned that dahil nga, of course, Filipino ka din, Because you're a natural born Filipino. So, just be careful that in taking up the British citizenship, that you then do not lose the US citizenship, because if you want that, and is there a kind of a choice? And it could be then that you lose potentially if they only allow dual rather than triple nga. That is the US, in the UK, the Filipino citizenship. So look at that. Look at the issue of US citizenship. But UK, hindi po problema. It can be triple in the UK. Not a problem there at all. Now, question 2 more. Does GB have or share a tax treaty with the US of A? Now, yes, is the quick answer to that. But again, this is a US thing rather than British. I think if you hold a US citizenship, that you would still be subject to tax nga doon. Now, in the UK is actually quite good. So, for example, Philippines and with most countries, this double taxation does not happen, But the US have a different treatment of that. So again, it's more of a US thing, Oliver. But UK would be fine. Now, and then third question, which is it's a very fair question: is it worth it having dual citizenship? Now ito, it's if you're not going to lose either your British citizenship or indeed your US citizenship, and frankly, if you're not going to be subject to any kind of tax disadvantages, mainly from the US really rather than the UK, then I would say it is worth having a dual citizenship, because it is valuable in the future, Tsaka may mga anak nga kayo, it's also it may also be quite valuable for them, and yung mga apo nyo, if you have any later on nga. So and the idea that you can live fully in the United Kingdom and then no restrictions whatsoever, that British ka nga, and then be able to live also fully in the US, Both very sought after nationalities. If you can, without disadvantage, I think it's definitely worth it. But as I say, I can say categorically, dual citizenship UK, hindi nga yung problema. Actually, even triple. But US, be careful. Check that out nga. Tax again, with most countries, there is, as you put it, no tax treaty. So double taxation does not apply. I know US may have an issue nga with that. So again, check it out. As far as whether it's worth it, dual citizenship, I think on a practical level, subject to the issue of tax nga and losing any other citizenship, definitely. It's never a bad thing to be able to live if you upstick and you decide from 1 week to the next week to live in the United Kingdom or live in the US permanently, or indeed swap around. It's definitely worthwhile. And maganda nga, kung dual citizenship nga kayo, then you don't likely have the problem of if you stay longer. So in the UK, kung indefinite ka nga, and then you decide actually you're going to stay in the US for 2+ years, you're likely to lose your British citizenship. Pero kung British ka, then you won't. That's not going to happen. So it's no, absolutely. If you can do it, Oliver, you should. But let me know. Email me directly if you have more questions you don't want to, put on our immigration corner. But feel free to email me. You are, after all, a friend by now, no? Matagal na tayo. Okay, another question po. Ito galing kay, wow, ang dami natin question, which is great. Lotsky Aquino. Okay, tignan natin. I'm filing a case against my husband in the Philippines for concubinage. Wow! Okay. Now, prior to the major marital conflict, we were planning that he, my husband, and my daughter to come and join me for vacation in the UK. I asked him if he's okay, if I'll be the one to renew his passport, and so is my daughter's too. He agreed with consent. I brought their passports with me for renewal. Came pandemic, so I didn't push through. Now, question. My husband is accusing me of keeping his passport, where the truth is that he consented, and the reason is I would sort out the renewal. So he's threatening me to call the British embassy and so forth. He's trying to invent whatever small accusations he can make to counteract my complaints against him. What should I do? Should I just give his British passport? I'm thinking he wanted to escape his liabilities in the Philippines. Please advise. Thanks, and please keep it. Oh, nako naman. Lotsky, you're broadcasting it. Litigation in process. Oh, silly woman. Okay. So Lotsky, ang gawin natin, given your last comment there, I will email you, or actually email me with your number. Pag-usapan natin, okay? So I'll deal with your question separately dahil nga you want it dealt with confidential. But kung mag-email kayo dito sa amin po, no, Immigration Corner namin on a Thursday, it's going to get published. So anyway, so ito, we'll deal with her question. I'll deal with her question separately later on, Paula. So I'll deal with it later directly nga with Lotsky. Okay, all right. So next question po natin. Kung meron pa ba? O tapos na po ba tayo? Oh, mag-alas 9 na. So it could be that's the end nga of the questions. Ang dami nating questions ngayon, no? And also, I was so pleased to have a question nga from Oliver. Now, it is nearly 9 o'clock on the last Thursday nga of September. It's soon. Oh, may pagbati pa. Hi. Oh, it's Miss Rafael, the lovely Miss Rafael, Emmeline Rafael. But no capitals. Are you okay? No. Hello, Attorney Lira. Good evening, and Sonny. Hope you're well, and good morning, Derek Pao. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday for Miss Rafael. But what ang nangyari sa capitals mo? Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, galing po to kay Beck Bisquera Bernardes. Good evening, attorney. Have a blessed Thursday. To you too, Beck. Hopefully you're okay. No, it's and where are you watching from? Tell us. No, have a blessed Thursday then. Oh, May. Oh, so lovely to hear from you. May Tigbao Vargas. Good evening po sa lahat. Watching from Exeter, Devon. Excellent place, Exeter. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday po, May. Hopefully you're well. Devon is lovely. Even when it's raining, Devon is lovely. So hopefully you are enjoying Devon. I'm jealous na nandiyan ka nga. Si Sir Edgar. Si Sir Edgar. Watching us now on YouTube. I love this man, Edgar Duay. Galing mo talaga, Attorney LC. Mabuhay ka. Very nice topic and lovely questions ng mga viewers. Yeah, tama ka, Edgar. It's always great to get nga questions. Ang ngayon, and we had particularly interesting questions. But we love Edgar, no? Absolutely, we love Edgar. Oh, Edgardo Enriquez. Thanks, Tony and Direct Pao. Very informative. I hope so. No, that you found it interesting. These topics, immigration generally. I know you probably can tell I'm quite passionate about them. So, truly, all topics in immigration, I find quite interesting. So, my questions, always very welcomed because, of course, the law is one thing, and law on its own is very interesting. But it's more interesting when it is applied to the facts, and really that's what makes it rewarding. Oliver, cheers, Attorney Lira. Cheers, Oliver. No, my pleasure. But talaga, I mean it. No, if you want me to look into a little bit more about any of those three questions you have, email me. Happy to. Okay, Edgar Duay, tanong, Attorney LC, lagi na lang sa mga application forms, laging tanong, what is your nationality? Lagay ko, lagi Pilipino, dahil ako talaga ay Filipino national. Hindi nila tinatanong, what's your citizenship? Actually, tama ka. Para masagot British citizen, pakilinaw lang po, kasi di ba nationality is your origin country? Where you're born, and citizenship is the place where you immigrate. Tama ka, Edgar. But for most forms, you will find when they say nationality, they actually mean citizenship. I tell you that now because I've had this. I have this problem often. Ako nga din, pagka may tanong sa akin, anong nationality mo? I always put Filipino, and then I have to cross it out and put British because that's the main, that's the nationality at the passport I have at the moment. But yeah, tama ka. But be careful, they actually do mean yung citizenship mo rather than nationality. They interchange it. So you have to say British. So anyway, that was a lovely question to end with nga, no? So now, oh gosh, it's actually only a couple of minutes to 9 o'clock. Unang, as I say, sorry, wala po si Sonny ngayon, but I'm sure he'll be with us next week, and I'm sure he would be sorry to miss today's topic at saka yung Happy Thursday nga natin ngayon, because you've been so wonderful, to keep me nga company. As usual, it's a true pleasure. And it's the last Thursday of September. October na po next week, and of course we are coming up leading to Christmas na uli, no? But anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, because of course now Thursday na tayo, no? Biyernes na bukas, Biyernes na, Sabado Linggo, no? And hopefully you enjoy the rest of September, and I so look forward as usual to seeing you for next Thursday. But in the meantime, kung meron kayong questions po, feel free to email me. Paula, pwede mapakita natin? Oh, ito. She's brilliant, Paula, no? So, ang email ko po, ito, kabatbat@douglas-simon.com. Number po namin, 0203-375-0555. Now, kung interesado kayo about this topic, the issue of marriage nga, I'm actually writing an article about this. So, feel free to go on our website and have a look, no? And again, as I say, kung meron kayong questions, feel free to email me. Ito pong email ko. But just it leaves me to say, happy Thursday upo uli. I've so enjoyed your company. I hope you've enjoyed mine a little bit. So I look forward to being with you again next week. So from Paula and me and our absentee Sir Sonny, no? I bid you for the moment. Good night. Bye.